Hey, good morning. It's Saturday, the 18th of February, and it's really good to see you today. Um, what, 5 past 9 on a it looks like a windy day again this morning, and got a busy day today. Hope we're going into Newcastle, see our son Chris, which would be really nice. Always nice to see them, and hopefully go and pick Karen has bought, or rather, I've bought Karen a bike, so can hopefully pick that up and see how she gets on with that, which will be good. We'll continue our devotion in the book of the Gospel of John, chapter 15. The verse we looked at, not yesterday but the day before, was "This is my commandment, love each other in the same way that I've loved you." It's not a request. It's not, this is, we are advisable to you. It's a commandment, as in that we are, because we are God. Jesus is our King. He is our King, and that is, he gives commands. He doesn't give requests. Kings don't give requests. King give commands. They say, "Go here, do this, do this." Remember, that's what the Roman soldier said, wasn't it? He said, "Look," "I understand authority." That's what he was saying to Jesus. He said, and I say to this one, "Go," or this one, "Come," and he does it. He understood that, and this is something I don't think we're always very good at as Christians, because we kind of think of gentle Jesus, meek and mild. But actually, this is a commandment. This is a commandment that we need to obey. That Jesus said this: "Those who love me obey my commands." It can't get any plainer than that. So, there we go. This is my commandment: love each other in the same way that I have loved you. So therefore, if we go around and we're not loving others, we're criticizing other brothers and sisters, hey, guess what? We're not loving them how we should. If we see one in need and we don't do anything about it, guess what? We're not loving each other as we should. This is what Jesus did, wasn't it? Jesus said you're meant to do these things and even more things than this. And then he goes on further in verse 13, which is today's verse, and says this: "There is no greater love than to lay down one's life for one's friends." So in essence, we think of this as the ultimate. From we take the literal translation there, and this is what Jesus did for us, that he laid down his life for us. He willingly gave his life for us on the cross. He said, "Not my will, but your will be done, Lord Father. Your will be done." He willingly gave his life to us. But this actually says something. Yes, it says that, but this is also implying in this, putting the interest of others above ourselves. So when we see someone in need, like I was just saying, if we see someone in need and we just say, like James says, "Good luck with that one, brother. I'll be praying for you," and walk away and do nothing. What is that? What is that? That's not love. That's not compassion. That's just do nothing. But when we love one another, and when we lay our lives down, we put others' interest first. That is the basic essence behind that, is actually putting others first. So when we see one suffering, that we actually step in to help. So if someone has no money, hey, we should maybe do something about it. And if you're not, even if maybe you're not in a position to give someone some money, but maybe in a position you've got some spare food in your cupboard, you could give them some food. Or you can pay a bill for somebody, or do something. Or even come and speak to us as a church, and maybe we as a church can do something about it, because we do have a fund that helps us with things that's called a care fund. But putting others, preferring one another. We live in a world where that's not what we do. It's like me first, me. What can I get? What do I, when I do things, what do I get from it? When I help someone, what do I get from it? What's the benefit to me? The benefit to you is that your Father in heaven sees what you're doing, and you're building yourself up treasure in heaven, where rust and rot and moths cannot make it decay. When you do something where there's no earthly benefit, your Heavenly Father sees this. He said, when they were standing before him, they said, he said, "You come in because you fed those, you visited people in prison." And they said, "When did we do that?" He said, "Well, you did this to the least of mine. You did this for me." That's called building yourself treasure up in heaven. That is called laying down our lives for one another. You know, I think if we as Christians did this more, I think people would see our faith is real. You know, that's a lovely verse, isn't it? And truth. It says, "By this all men will know you're my disciples if you have love one for another." What does that say? So if you take the negative of that, people don't recognise that we are His disciples, and that there's a need for them. Why is that? Well, probably because we don't love one another the way we should. We don't love one another how we should. And Jesus, God is love. And He said this is my commandment: love each other the same way I have loved you. There is no greater love than to lay down one's life for one's friends. And not even one's friends, but it says about, so no longer do I call you, He said, love your enemies. Jesus said these things. Wow, these are this is such challenging stuff, because everything inside us, the whole of the way we've been brought up, the whole of our culture works counter to this. But when you see this in war, when someone actually has done this, they've given up their life for others, they've gone in and they've risked their lives to save others. We give them medals, they get high accolade. So it is in God's kingdom. So it is. This is what we should all be doing. If our faith is real, if our trust in God is real, we should be laying our lives down for others. I'll leave that challenge with you today. Hopefully, take that on board and let's do something about it. Take care. God bless. I'll see you again on Monday. In Jesus' name. Amen.